Hello, duelists, and welcome to the King's Courts. This is going to be the 18th installment. I think 18th. I could be wrong. For the rest of this video, I'll refer to it as 18th, but if I'm wrong, I'll definitely correct it in the title of the video when I upload it. But this is the next installment in the Locals Report series, which, for the record, in case anyone is like, I've been noticing we've been getting like some more subscribers lately, and for the record, thank you so much. Okay, before we get to anything else, let me get this out really quick. We are going to be doing our 100 subscriber special. If you didn't see the community tabs, once in a while I upload the community tabs, see what's up, get some, feelers from some video ideas. I'm going to try to upload, put some more community tabs there more often, me and channel member Michael. But, basically, we started recording our 100 subscriber special, and we're just waiting on something to come in the mail that's going to be involved in it. Now, I might have accidentally said it in the past, like a past video, what it is. If so, then you already know, but for those who don't know, it's going to be something really hilarious, probably painful too, but we'll be uploading that as soon as we have it done, because what we're going to do, we got to record the gameplay, and then we got to record our voiceovers of it, and the actual thing we're waiting on. So it should be here this week. We have a tracking number on it, so it should be here hopefully soon. And as soon as the video is done, we'll upload it right away. So if you're so if you don't want to miss out on that, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now. Every bit helps, and we appreciate everyone who subscribes and everyone who likes or just watches our videos. We appreciate every view. Again, like I said in the community tabs, I know that sounds cliche and really corny, but we're just a couple of guys who started making some videos for fun, and we didn't really think anyone would actually watch them. So we appreciate anyone who watches our videos. So. This is going to be now that that's out of the way, again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow our social media in the description, and we'll see. And if you want to see, let me know in the comments, basically what some future subscriber milestones would you guys want to see in the future, because we'd like to plan ahead, basically. Whether or not we get to those numbers, we're happy with where we try to improve every bit. We're trying to improve our video game. We're trying to improve our quality of our videos. So we're trying to learn. We're still learning editing as we go. So we're trying to improve as we go. So we promise we'll start basically upping our game basically. So that's out of the way. So the latest locals I went to, it was actually kind of small. Actually, it was I think it's because a lot of people didn't show up because of Father's Day. Now, for the record, if any of you celebrated Father's Day, I hope you had a great one. I hope you and your dad are doing great. I really quickly, I celebrated mine. I went to go visit my pops, and me and my brother ordered him a really hilarious Father's Day present. He enjoyed it, so I won't go into I won't bore everyone with the details, but basically, I had a good Father's Day. But I don't live with my pops. Me and Chandler and Michael were roommates and all that. It's a long story. I don't want to go into personal details, but basically, so I visited him, and then after that, we actually had time left in the day, and we actually were able to sign up for my locals Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. It's every Sunday. We didn't even think we'd make it in time because we got there kind of late, but apparently they started late on purpose because one of the owners who's usually there is on vacation, and so the one who doesn't usually oversee the Yu-Gi-Oh events was watching it, and he was waiting on everyone to show up. And I guess a lot of people didn't show up because they went to go out of town to see their dads for Father's Day, which is good, which is nice, honestly. So it was a short tournament, 3 rounds, honestly, which is fine because honestly, because we showed up late and I didn't really prepare anything crazy. I wanted to take this opportunity to practice Madolche because if you're familiar with the channel here, I usually I focus on heroes. If you look at our Yu-Gi-Oh content, a lot of it is hero related, deck profiles, deck discussions, card tech ideas, overall stuff like that. And so basically, we usually do that. But here's the thing: the local support is where I go and take usually a rogue deck. It doesn't have to be rogue. If you know, I don't have a problem with people who want to play like meta all the time. Yeah, that's cool. But for me personally, I'm the kind of guy or the kind of player who likes to play the decks that they enjoy rather than what's like has the most support or like whatever I like to stick with. So I wanted to take Madolche's because one of our most latest videos is my updated hero deck profile that I got first place and went undefeated with at my locals about 2 weeks ago. Man, that video is growing like crazy. If you've seen that already, thank you so much. So I wanted to try giving Madolche a little time to shine. So this is the first build for this. I'm gonna just go over my games, what I played, and some possible tech choices. I'm gonna go over the tech choices I made, and overall some ideas I feel like that I might implement going forward with the deck. I basically just put together a basic build because I had to change it up because originally I was playing Gamma, ciphering Gamma and all that, but because it's at 1, I don't have what's it? Ciphering Delta? I think that's the one that negates spells or something. I don't have that. That thing went up to almost like $10 or something. Because unlike Gamma and Driver, those things only got like 1 printing. Actually, I think Omega had a couple of printings, but he's at 1 already. But basically, as a result of that, I had to change up my deck list. So I was actually trying to figure out, man, what do I play? What do I play? So what I basically did was this. Now I'm gonna upload a full. If you want to see a full deck profile, because I'm still waiting. Because I actually went into this really unprepared, like I said, because not only was I not sure what to replace Gamma with, not all the cards for the deck are even in yet. Like I'm missing. Okay, really quickly. Let's see. Where is it? I only had 1 Herald of the Orange Lights. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to the deck, well, okay, let's be honest. This card is so infamous. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what it does. But basically, you can discard it and another fairy from your hand and negate a monster effect and destroy it. And in Madolche, you got a lot of fairy choices. You got your Angeli, you got your Vernisylph card. Both the Vernisylphs are actually fairies, which is kind of crazy because you'd think it'd be like a winged beast because this is a duck, basically. You're putting Cessor. Let's see. Main deck-wise, at least. You're putting Cess. They're all fairies, so you got a lot of targets. That's why in this deck, Herald of the Orange Light is actually really good. I used to run 3, but then when it got hit to 1, I basically just sold or traded them off to some guy who was building Drytron or something. I forgot, or something like that. I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was Drytron. And so I had to order another one online. Luckily, they've been reprinted a good amount of times, so it was cheap. But unfortunately, it didn't come in time for the tournament. So I didn't have a chance to play test 2. But I can say that even 1 Herald of the Orange Light is super useful. So basically, that's it. That was one of them right there. So I played 3 rounds. Like I said, it was short. If I'm being honest. My first round, oh man, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little hesitant to even go over this because I only played 2 games because I got the bye first round, hilariously. So that was good there. We take those. A win's a win, right? So we got that. And the game 2, okay. Game 2 was also bad. It finally happened because this game was terrible. I'm going to go over a game I had with a friend of mine right before the tournament started because I wanted to play test. That game was crazy. So, really quickly, game 2, which was my first round because, like I said, I got the bye. I pretty much auto-lost because I only drew hand traps. No monsters at all. And when I found, literally, this was my going first hand right here. Let's see. do. Okay. There it is. Literally, this was my first hand. And I remember because how much it stung. Double Droll, Imperm, Ash, and Madolche Salon. No Madolche monsters. Which is hilarious because we literally played 9 starters. 12 you got the Verticills. So, literally, that was just painful. And by the time I actually did, because I went turn 2, so I drew a card, and I drew Angeli. No dub, I mean, not no dub. I shouldn't have been shocked. He had the Ash. So, I auto-lost that. Then game 2, I'm not going to lie, I was just a little annoyed just because I was like, oh, okay, no one likes it when that happens. So, I wasn't even thinking. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even care at that point because I was just really frustrated. So, game 2, I did side, but I didn't even really think about my side choices. My side deck honestly needs some work, if I'm being honest. So, I did side in, what was it? I decided, here's a really quick thing. Madolche honestly suck going turn 1. I'm going to be honest. I love the deck, but it sucks going turn 1. So, I should have gone turn 2, but I'm going to be honest, I was just really annoyed. And I had to, also I was waiting on a call on my phone, so I didn't even care at that point. I just basically just threw in anti-spell fragrance and D-barrier. Thought maybe it could be just something. And I was playing against dinosaurs by the record. This guy has been like trying to mess around with like playing Yang Zings and dinosaurs. I mean, that's not the build I would use personally. Although that. Really quickly, I'm actually working on I just want cat out of the bag now that I basically put myself in a corner. Another deck I want to start showing here in the channel is my dinosaur deck. Man, I've rebuilt this deck like, oh man, I don't know how many times. I started playing it back when the original dinosaur structure deck came out. You know, all the memes everyone made, just buy 3 structure decks, there you go. I've been rebuilding it for a while just because I got rid of it because I had a lot of high rarity dinosaur cards. Like I had the original Secret Jewel Beast. This was before Jewel Beast got reprinted and all that. And so I decided, you know, I'm just gonna and Secret Rare Dino Wrestler Pankratops. So I decided, you know what, I want to sell them all off and see what I can get. You know, scrap for cat, college student basically. You know how that sort of thing goes. So. In the future, expect to see this deck. I'm almost done, legitimately. I just need the new spell card. So, as soon as I get that, or I could just, or a friend of mine who is subscribed to the channel, who, if you watch our Digimon content, he's the guy who uploaded a Dobberkmon deck that he got like top 64 with at an online regional. Which, for the record, he's been competing in a lot of online regionals. He's done pretty good in. So if you want to see like an updated Dobberkmon deck, let me know in the comments if you watch our Digimon content. But back to Yugioh. He plays dinosaurs. He plays Dragon Links and dinosaurs. So he has the Zeno cards because he got lucky in pulling them. So I honestly might ask him if I can borrow them to play in a tournament, and that way I could also bring my deck profile here to the channel. If you want to see that, let me know, because dinosaurs is like a really fun. For me, it's heroes, Madolches, and dinosaurs. Those are like I would probably say, yeah, my top 3 decks. I got a couple of other, like one more deck I'm working on, but that deck's taking forever to finish, so I'll go over that later. And I like surprises. So this deck's be ready for this deck soon. So but basically, so the guy I played, I basically just threw it because I opened my hand, nothing but hand traps again. And the worst part is, it was almost the exact same hand. I kid you not. But instead, oh man, it was worse. Probably wondering, how could it have been worse? Instead of drawing, I went first. My hand was literally this. Instead of Madolche Salon, it was this hand Yes, for some reason I kept drawing 2 Droll and Lockbirds. I think my sleeves might just be old, and maybe they're just sticking to each other or something. I don't know, I've had them a while. I like to double sleeve my hero deck, and I want to do that with Madolche, but those Madolche Zexal sleeves are expensive. Maybe someday I can find someone who would give me like a good deal or something. But basically, ND barrier. That's it. So I went, just set my cards, and there you go. But it didn't matter because dinosaurs, they search, yeah, but at the same time, they mostly summon from the deck. So after using Ash once and Droll, he was just basically able to get through it. Not on a super crazy field, but by the time it went to my turn, I couldn't get any monsters to set up. So at that point, I was like, you know what, you got it, because at that point, you just got to accept it. Yeah, I had nothing at that time. So, yeah, that was round 2. I lost it too, oh man. But again, when you get hands like that, what can you do, really? But hey, you know what? It happens. It was a good learning experience, if you ask me. And that learning experiences, hand traps, really are a double-edged sword. Like we didn't already know that before. So, really quickly, so yeah, that was round 2. Round 3, this is where things got interesting, actually. So I played against a friend of mine there who was also in a rush because he wanted to go see the new Spider-Man movie. So we wanted to finish up our game as quickly as we could, but hilariously, our first round took 30 minutes. I'm not kidding. He was playing Sky Striker. So basically, I managed to set up my field of... I went turn 1 because I thought, okay, maybe I can set up enough to where I don't need to worry as much. So I managed to end on a field of 2 Chocolala modes, Sistart, let's put it right here. Yeah, Sistart, Madolche Salon, with Promenade Set. I love this card, honestly. Madolche Promenade, or Promenade. Promenade, or either way. So I ended up on a field with all those set, and I also had Madolche Chateau activating the field spell zone. Not the actual field spell zone on a correct mat, but I'll just put it right there just for the sake of this example. So I managed to actually end on a pretty decent turn 1 field for Madolche's, but here's the problem. The reason... Okay, Madolche's play, like, a lot of hand traps. Like, I gotta be honest, we do, because Madolche suck going turn 1. I should have honestly went turn 2, because there's more of a build I should run is probably more like a board breaker build. Like, I could basically choose to go second every time. Like, if I win or something, the die roll, I basically decide to go second because the deck can go crazy when it comes to board breaking. But I thought, you know what, this is a learning experience, and I want to see what I could do against Sky Striker. So, he tried going off, and luckily, another reason I was okay with this is because I did actually have Droll and Lockbird. Now, the annoying thing is, now, for the record, I power shuffled right before we started, but for some reason, I still ended up with double Droll and Lockbird. Oh man, I hate this card. Years of playing heroes, I can't stand looking at this card, but right now, it's too good not to play. So, basically, as soon as he used Engage, that's it, yeah. Sky Striker, Engage, their favorite card. I pretty much used this right away, so he couldn't add any more to his hand, which was good for me. So, he tried going... dang, I'm terrible with names. Standard Sky Striker to play. They played their card. What's her name? Man, I suck with names. But basically, so he basically tried to go off, but luckily I also used Promenade to negate. Because here's the thing. If you're new to Madolche's, Promenade is kind of like Impermanence, but it's better. Because target one face-up card your opponent controls, and one so sorry. and one Madolche you control or in your graveyard. Negate the effect of that opponent's card until the end of this turn. Now, remember, it says target one face-up card. Doesn't gotta just be monsters. You can even do that to spells, or as long as it's not something like Solemn or something, you can do that to traps too. So, so basic Promade is great, and the best part, thanks to your queen, Promade is actually recyclable. So, basically, I negated his stuff, so I was actually still on a pretty good field. So basically what I did was, turn 2, he pretty much passed right there because he couldn't get over my monsters. Because Chateau powers them all up by an extra 500, so even Sistart was at like 2k, so that was actually pretty good for me. So I drew my next card, so he passed it to me, and this is hilarious. Basically, what I decided to do, I had my monsters attack, but he did that thing where, not Widow Anchor, that's the one that negates. Basically, that one that lets him tag out into another one, or, no, he uses monster's effect to, I'm not good against Sky, I'm not the biggest Sky Striker aficionado, I don't know all their names. So basically, he managed to summon his Link during my turn. So basically, and that was because of her effect. So basically, before I enter battle phase, because I entered battle phase and I was able to attack over his monster, he was able to like summon another one because of his spell or something. So hilariously, I triple tactics, and I took control of his monster. And because, here's the thing. Now, if you some of your Madolche cards actually lock you into Madolches, like Pudding Cessor locks you into Madolches. But because this was, I already had an established field and I was attacking, I didn't have to worry about that, because what I did was, since Chocolate Mode, the one I attacked with, had like 3 overlay units because I overlaid on top of Glass Souffle. I'll go over the combos later, but basically I went into Zeus, and Zeus had 4 overlay units. So basically I was able to attack over his, so basically now I had Zeus and all this. And after that, he couldn't do much his next turn, so I attacked directly with Zeus, but he got his monster back, but then he did like some more shenanigans, managed to end up some more stuff. Basically, Sky Strikers, once you think you got rid of them, they can just tag on to another one, So instead what I did, I had my Madolche monster attack over his monster, and then I had Zeus attack directly, which did go through. But then next round he summoned some stuff that basically was able to blow up Chocolate Mode. So instead I decided, and he's decided to set 2 cards as well. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to use Zeus right now. So I Zeused his field, but wasn't enough because, what was it? He had crazily enough, he had a Regeki. So he blew up all my stuff, and basically I forced him to actually use up all his cards. And I already used up all mine, so by that point, we were both at an empty field, but luckily because Sky Striker are better at a grind game, he was able to, at the Madolches are at least, he was able to basically get it, because at that point Madolches can't do anything because they focus too much on not using their having their graveyard empty. It's like the opposite of zombies. They don't like having monsters in their grave. So he got that one. And game 2, since our game went like half an hour, I'm probably even forgetting some plays because that's how crazy intense the game was. Because usually before I do like one of these, if I know I'm going to do like a local support video, I like to take like small notes during the game. But usually, and my opponents are cool with that. Some of them know I do these videos, so they're cool with it. But basically, I was so distracted that I forgot to take notes because that's how crazy this game was. I wish, man, this guy is really, now, if you're used to the local report series, the reason I don't record a lot of the games, I don't record them, is because usually it's packed. We're talking 30, 40 people at most, because not only is mostly for the Yu-Gi-Oh event, because there's usually like 20 plus people, but there's also like some people who are still there because like they're playing Magic, or if they're playing like other games like some there's usually like a D&D group in the back or something sometimes. So and you know, then you got some other people playing Digimon too. So basically, I can never set up my setup because I can't use my tripod obviously, and I could like makeshift deck boxes, go old school and stack them on top of each other, and record that way. But if I end up playing like I think what I'm gonna start doing going forward, I might actually start asking my opponent, like the ones who know me, like the ones I'm cool with, if it's cool if I could record the game for my videos. So some of them are already or know, like I said, know that I do these videos, so they might be cool with it. So if you want me to try that out next time I go compete at my locals and try to record that way, let me know. The quality might not be the best if I was using my tripod, but I want to try getting a little more something for the local support series, so I might try that out. But unless you prefer the storytime style, I can still do both. Honestly, I could like record the gameplay and still give my voiceover over the gameplay. So I might try that. So I think I'm gonna do that next time I go. Like next time I compete, because like I said, it's every Sunday. They have one on Wednesdays too, but I got stuff I can't do. I have to do throughout the week, so I can never make that one. Plus Sundays is a way bigger turnout because it's the weekend. So because our game went so long, and he had to dip. By the time we got to the 45-minute mark, that's how much they give us time, 45 minutes for the entire round. He already had like he didn't have like a lot on his field, but he already got through my stuff. And Madolche's, like I said, don't like having the grave, so I managed to bounce back his stuff. Luckily, like I managed to basically end on Tiramisu, but by that point he already was able to do enough damage to the point where if he got rid of Tiramisu, he would have gotten it anyway. So I was like, you know what, you got it. I just gave it to him because, he's a cool guy and he had to dip and I already knew I was going to lose. So, you know what, I already lost the first game. So I'm like, you know what, we're not even going to have time for a third round. So I just gave it to him and I told him that I'll just do better next time. So, yeah, that was the locals that I had this week and it was a crazy one. Like I said, I went into this not really thinking, it's arrogant to think, new, because I haven't played Madolche's in a while. I've been focusing on heroes, mainly for the channel, but since I want to try bringing a little more variety in the decks I like to play here in the channel, I was able to get some, like, more hands-on experience playing other decks with Madolche, and now I got, like, a better, firm idea of the cards I'm going to change up. So if you want, but I'm going to definitely change things up. Like I said, I'm waiting on the second Herald of the Orange Light to come in. Some other cards I'm considering experimenting with. I don't have my binder on me right now, but Small World is a very good card I could use. Small World, that card is famous for people messing up on its text, but because pretty much everything in your deck is connected in one way or another, either they're all Earth or they're like Herald of the Orange Light because it's fairy. They're all connected in one way. So technically, if I use Small World, everything in the deck is searchable by each other. So that actually brings up two cards I used to tech in Madolche, and that would be Dino Wrestler Pankratops, obviously, because it's an Earth. So that's one possibility. And another one is Jizukiru. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The Spider Kaiju. And if I ever have to play against Kashtiro with this deck, I'm probably going to need that. So those are some tech ideas that I'm having. So I'll go over those I'll go over the more tech choices and ideas when I do like a deck profile. So that's pretty much everything for this video. If you managed to get this far, thanks for sticking by. And like I said, we should have our 100 subscriber special either up during this week or definitely by the weekend. So if you don't want to miss out on that, like I said before, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow our social media, all that good stuff. And honestly, just thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it and have a great day. Bye.